Good morning, good evening, all. Xinthar here again, playing some more Sunless Skies for everybody with my wonderful co-host, Mr. Headsman Stuka.
Good morning. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet for a bit. I'll be back later.
Indeed. We bring you all on over to the game and volumize a little bit. Do, do, do. Maybe a bit too loud. Better. I hope everyone had a pleasant week. I myself have just finished hosting the BPL Meetup Australia. It was good fun. I roasted an entire pig. Let's see, I think we'll get kicked off with a couple of prospects and then we'll head on over, possibly go and explore Eleutheria today. Yes, there's a half a pig still. I didn't need all of it, unfortunately. It was a lot of pig. It was very delicious. We have no prospects. I'm going to get some verdant seeds. Nectar for Carillion. Claim those. And do let me know how the levels are. Hopefully they're all good. We do have two weapons. Beluya, the Grimalkin, good armor, good crew. We need crew. Time for the traditional recruitment drive, as they say. Beautiful, we have full crew. Stock up a little bit of fuel, a bit of supplies. Check on our journal. Do need to go back to London at some point, but we have plenty of time about that. We also need to bring the phlegmatic researcher his various pieces. To go to Port Avon to visit the reclusive carpenter. Very good. Ah, we already have a reason to go to the nature reserve as well. Very well. We shall set off without further ado. First stop shall be Port Avon. Terrorless, we are fully repaired, we are good to go today. We care about our crew. We care about things like how strong they are, how durable, how fleshy. Good old-fashioned test firing to make sure everything's working. The London monitor stalks the sky. A distant nebula shines on this place, its light as mellow as melted butter. Trying to find the reclusive. Ah, the reclusive carpenter. Which means we have to kill a scribe spinster. Which is quite easy to do. I can't write a pork report, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. And I have no welcome. But we can sort that out quite simply. Besides, we need to go to Leadbeater and Stain Rods. Don't have a saying yet. Took no damage, it's fine, don't worry about it. I know the patch of sky like the back of my hand. Bees. Come on, bees. There we go. Quickly exterminated. Death him because it's easy. Sound is memorable, but not notably distressing until that high C which makes your teeth itch. Afterwards, are you wiser? Are you stronger? Are you not? Less so. The bees died, you lived. That they sure did. More bees. Ambushed them instead of them ambushing me. More experience. The Girard myth. Till enter. The driver pulls your locomotive alongside the wreck, close enough for you to leap one to the other. The floor of the bridge is carpeted with glass fragments. It shines like stars in your lamplight and tinkles like bells when your boots brush it. A sky chest nailed to the floor at the back of the bridge yields to your efforts. A slim plaster box. Oh, a gourd of Chorister nectar. How fortuitous. Guests! Guests of all the damned things in the sky, it's guests! Blast you to hell, I say. Oh, thank goodness. Those accursed things. The stolen home bursts open under your gunfire. Thousands of wriggling guests spill into the night, glistening like the ooze from a blister after it was lanced. Your blasts have ripped open the crew quarters, revealed the insides as pustules of nascent guests hanging from the walls. It does get me a weapon, and I do need a weapon. Ooh, I succeeded. The proliferation of guests has bulged and contorted the engine's inner walls. Furniture has been crushed to splinters. Any crew, well, best tread carefully. You find a newly hatched nest of guests, tiny enough that they might be taken for maggots. With tongs, you transfer the wriggling things to a jam jar. It could be hidden in your cabin. The cook won't notice it's gone. Need 25 captive guests and a condemned experiment to make a weapon. You'll have to kill one last guest-infested engine to make it. The settler from Port Prosper staggers onto the bridge, clutching his throat. He appears to be in some distress. Indeed, hair sprouts like invasive weed from every follicle on his body, forcing its way out. There's no point in taking him to his destination. His family would want the body returned, probably. The settler's exceedingly singular misfortune may yet prove a great boon to the fledgling science of interstellar pathology. His fate was unsettling and decidedly untidy. I suppose I can keep it for study. Oh, which gets me a condemned experiment. Jolly good. Get out of here, bees. Just keep taking that sweet, sweet experience. Is it the good kind of nature in the reserves, or the malodorous kind? It's the kind that is the kind. Leadbeater and Stainrod. We shall deliver the previously impounded goods. Which gets us a neat and tidy 200 sovereigns. Report. Shall talk with our fellow captains. Capabilities Inquest, the base of research. I believe we've bought all we can. The wings of a Chorister bee. Excellent. And in ants from a homestead. I need another sample of Hybris pus. Very well. I don't have any choice. I have to let him get down to work. Oh well. No, that's fine. Caddies of dried tea. do have the verdant seeds I need. Do need a lot for bloody titania. Sell off some supplies. What did they need? 5 golds. Well, I'll need time to collect that, that's for sure. We shall head to Titania immediately. Ah, the peacock wind. Will grow me some more food, which is very good. Do love some free food. Real question is, have I discovered... I haven't discovered it yet. Albion Transit Relay. Blue Kingdom Transit Relay. Oh, because it's down by Hybris. Oh, very good. I need to go to Hybris. I'll take that honey. And I'll grab some more experience out of them. Goodbye, bees. More bees? Oh my god, there's so many bees here. There's a lot of bees. Took quite a bit of hull off me too. I'm just going to keep listening to those death hymns and getting that experience. Hey, succeeded. That gives us another gourd of Charsta Nectar. Very good. Port. Port repairs, yes. How much for the repairs? 10 sovereigns. Oh, we can manage it. What is the next stage of Titania? 1,000? Let's sell all of our money. Sell all of our money. Let's get all of our money. Barrels of ours. Buy those, they're always useful. May as well. The rhapsodic mayor, stone-faced sculptor, and melancholy poet stand in a circle of Titania's ever-vocal bohemians, arguing themselves to a standstill that the mayor waves you over. Perfect timing, Captain. The three squabble like artists, relentlessly but with very well-chosen words. Yes, looking for a place where they can conduct their, how do I put this, less conservative experiments, offers the melancholy poet. I thought Root's End would be the perfect, remote, not very flammable. Very good, a scientific enclave and a library. Oh, very good. We've spoken to him before about all of this. I think we're off to Carillion. Then I must head south for, I believe it was Hybris, that holds the Eleutheria Railway. Transit link, rather. They do also need to kill a scribe spinster. Should be no problem. It's fine. There was no damage done. Can't prove anything. Aha, made my money back already, with interest. I don't really need crockery though. Before you can take the first step towards one of the terraces, a devil blocks your way. Not yet, I'm afraid. You must have permission from the presiding deviless. Some of our procedures are exceedingly delicate. We need to be certain you comprehend what you're seeing. He turns you in the direction of the center of Carillion. I'm sure she'll make time to see you. I don't want to go and speak to the presiding deviless. I have other matters that require attending to. Thank you. Alright. Let's be on our way. First thing I require, scribe spinster. Apparently I've lost 4 people, 3 people already. Don't even remember them dying. How terrible. Here, scribe spinster, scribe spinster, scribe spinster. I just want to murder you. Peel off your skin a little. You'll be fine, you don't need it. To the desolation of Celebar. Come now, there must be something for me to murder here. Usually I'm tripping over the damn things. Second I want to find one, none of them appear.
That just means like 6 can appear at once.
Yeah, this would be
Xintar's got a question for you.
Let's see, what? What's the question? I am reading chat. There's no reason. It apparently said that itself. I apologize. Apparently I'm blind. Can you not prompt me while I'm fighting, game, please? Indeed. Yeah, sorry about that, Xinthar. As I said, I have no reason for it. It seems to have auto-selected a resolution. Or, oh, really? Excuse you, sir, but I was trying to talk to the chat. And I wanted one of you earlier, but now I don't really want any of you. Going to take your bronze wood and bid you good day. Oh good, I succeeded.
Somebody once told me.
Thank you very much, Itamu. Good to see you as well. I'm going back to New Winchester. I break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you. Ah, fair enough, Skelter. I should just put it to 1080p and leave it at that. I will adjust it after the stream. Thank you for making me aware of it, though. I'm gonna go drop these pork reports off, resupply in New Winchester, get some repairs in New Winchester, then head on down to Hybris. Because I have a need to see Eleutheria. Careful, careful. A whole new copyright strike. $300 sovereigns. Well, since I'm back at New Winchester, let me try and adjust it now. Nope, can't do that. I'd have to stop the stream and redo it. I think I'll just have to ask that we all bear with it, unfortunately. I'll make sure that for the next one it is adjusted correctly. Good range, returns after finding one discovery but conveys more information about what it finds. Requires a mirror of 45s or more to use. Rattan cage on top of piles wearing a miniature sky suit and a very determined expression. The Retronaut has good range. There's little information about what it finds. It requires mirrors of 65 or more to use. Thank you. Yes, that I don't have much of use there, I'm afraid. Mr. Menagerie nods its head. We are moving elsewhere soon, but we will leave a note saying where we have gone. I have more things to show and stories to tell. It turns away humming an eerie tune to itself as it gathers up its things for the next leg of the journey. Mr. Menagerie, where are you off to now? We go to the Regent's Obelisk, which you have made into a Gordian monument. Let's see. Prepare the train. Steam condition, please. They want approved literature to fill the lower, more visible shelves. If you complete this prospect, you will gain savage secrets. Interesting, but I have a better idea. Victoria Market. All of the fuel and all of the supplies. Sell off that bronze wood. Sell off those barrels of ours as well. Oh, I do have ministry approved literature already, actually. Two caged catches. How much do they want, though? You didn't tell me that much. Perhaps not. It's 5 crates of ministry approved literature to fill the lower, more visible shelves. Right, good. Since I already had it, why not? Cancel. Well, that was silly. There we go. I just remember Tex and Depp having that issue with Boat Crew where it overlaid the start screen and nothing else. And we have prepared many an orphan. Straight to Titania though, and then I'll be back to New Winchester, and then we're off. I promise you we were off. I just want to sell this junk we had in the bank. Maybe a quick stop off at Magdalen's to drop our terror a little. This is the way of a Skyfarer. You're always chasing a bargain. Should almost be done. You could lose a little terror as a treat. this way. The undergrowth draws in the call of your unknown gargantuan beasts rattle your engine. Here the reach runs wild. Jordu. Bees. Recharge to hive. The bees are stuck. It'd be a shame if someone murdered them now. And gain some experience from it. A homestead. Fortunately, we'll share some gossip. Get some supplies, why not? Haha, can't see me. Ooh, 1,000. Nice. And 3 savage secrets. I don't really need fuel or supplies now. Alright, onwards we go. I have a mission to accomplish, bees. I have no time for your bullcrap. A hive has magically appeared here. Well, it'd be criminal not to steal some of this nectar. What if somebody else got it? I hear more bees. And I'm just going to keep getting experience off them. I've almost leveled up.
I would say the Astro locomotive is the safest way to farm bees.
Certainly beats a beekeeping suit, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I needed to drop this off at Port Avon anyway, so I may as well do that. Since it's on the way.
Yes. Yes, the mountain was a very good friend indeed.
We don't talk about the mountain. No, I don't have enough fuel. We must continue onwards. There it is. Ah yes, the bees take up residence in the mountain, and then it decides it wants to fly, and now it's in the sky, and it's ultimately even worse than it was below in the Untersea.
Sure would be. That'd be terrifying.
It spits bees at you as well.
Yep. It's just an absolute hive of bees.
Yep.
Mountain OBs.
I don't need repairs. Of carpenter with his materials. Good. We're done there. Oh, there's some
Bees.
bees. Now I'm going to return to New Winchester and I'm going to pick up my spare fuel and then I'm going to go down to Palmyra and Plenty's and then Hybris.
Man, I see what chat's talking about. That's okay.
That's not usually a thing though.
No. Like seriously, your streaming like whatever it is you use for streaming, everything that is has like glitches and quirks akin to the station wagon in Pacific Drive.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now too. That's not... Ooh. What's going on here? Is it the bit rate? It must be the bit rate. Can I change that now?
No.
The bitrate is horribly limited. Hold on. I can fix this. That should have fixed it now.
How's that look? That looks a lot better. Ooh-wee. Bees are stealing the bandwidth. No, it's the guests that we have on board.
The guests are borrowing my bandwidth. They're hogging
Yeah.
it like terrible guests would. Why has my bit rate changed? This absolute monstrous thing this is. I see, okay. For some reason, it has reset me to all of the defaults, and they all are terrible. I'm just going to mess with this for a little bit while I'm here.
One day we'll go back to the Z.
One day.
We will meet our old friend, Mountain Nomad again.
There
And
we
we'll give him the hug that he deserves.
The last hug he'll ever have.
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't ever meet the Tree of Ages either.
No, there's still a lot of shenanigans we can get up to in the Z.
Oh yes.
Adrenaline edition.
I can afford to buy the Governor's Manor now.
Oh man, we were saving up for that.
Yeah.
Do it.
How much money does that leave me with, though? Let me check.
Didn't you have like 6 bills?
Yeah, I got 6. That'll leave me with a nice 1,000 still.
Yeah.
I'm buying it.
The Govan enters Xinthar.
Both Victory Hall and Company House opposed the purchase. The Tacites wanted to preserve the house as a monument to the struggle for independence. The company want it left untouched for the inevitable, or so they claim, return of London rule. Your fortune and the estate agent you purchased with it overrules their objections. Some clean-up is required, stains expunged from the carpet, shrapnel pulled from the door frames, but the manor is yours, in all its brooding neo-Gothic glory. Now what to do with it? Oh, I see. Property alone is not enough. One must demonstrate purpose and intent. One is not merely wealthy. One intends to be interesting or useful, or perhaps both. A decisive expansion to your estate will signal which strata of society you mean to join. I can either
An
acquire...
enormous wine cellar.
You need an
Ooh, a
abundance of
ballroom.
wine. A superfluity of space in which to store it. 7,500 sovereigns.
We.
A ballroom of incomparable splendor.
You will outdo Versailles. Your parties will be the stuff of legend. You will need to learn how to dance.
Yes. Sounds like work.
Smuggler's Hideout. Those are all cool options, though.
I like that. A library of uncensored works. Ooh. Such
Those-
scandal.
Spicy.
A ballroom.
I proposed the library or the ballroom, but it's not my man's.
I do like the idea of the ballroom in which we may
They're
have
all
masquerade
really good
parties.
ideas. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to start Visage up here, do you?
Well, maybe. I mean, I could always start Eyes Wide Shut, but I think people would take exception. To the back, though. I must take out my fuel. And my supplies. I shall not be getting any ministry-approved literature to the Traitor's Wood. That sounds like money. Time. I have a quest. Let's see. I'll sell off that Chorister honey. Now to the circus, and then the skies. Oh, I must level up. What did the winds of fate hold in store? Were we a settler? Majesty offered the earliest pioneers to enter the heavens a grant of 30 years if they would build houses and necessities for those who would follow. Once London crawled with the agents of Paris, Vienna, Istanbul. Now in the heavens the old players must find a new purpose and new enemies. Followed my family footsteps. They are good footsteps. Five mirrors. What's my best stat at the moment? Best is Veils. Mirrors is pretty abysmal. And do with mirrors. Plus 5 mirrors. Yep, okay, we'll do that. We're a pioneer at the beginning. Bumps our mirrors up a bit. There's been a lot of mirrors. Damn, that almost put me halfway to the next level as well.
You were just really sitting on it for a while, eh?
Alright, quick stop off at Magdalen's.
Yep, I was gonna say, we're spooked enough.
We have the spoopenings. We need less spooping.
Especially for the long haul.
Oh yes. Who knows what horrors await us in this new area.
Trapisto.
Trapisto, why are you in such a hurry? Oops.
Almost started the journey a little early.
I do this. I have a perfect sense of direction, till there's a turn.
It's like, ooh, what's this way?
I gotta know what's down this
Is
road.
there loot?
So we get a little bit too spooked and suddenly we have to start throwing supplies overboard. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will forcibly defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You sit down beside a pockmarked homestead with a holding roof and a cracked windows. Its inhabitants have struggled through a bad year, and will find the next one worse. Well, offer them some supplies then. I have money for it, and I can sell them to them later. Ow, ow. You can have some of my hull while I'm on my way.
Well, I mean, it'll give them a little bit of metal to patch up their holes in the roof there.
Ah, yes. Maybe cover a few windows as well.
Well, it really depends on how much explosive reactive armor we've shared off with that.
Hopefully some of the orphans took the impact first.
Ooh. Well, we are down to 10 of 14, so...
It's not ideal. Oh good, I gained a whole crew.
One whole crew.
Do a treatment for ennui. I have a few savage secrets, may as well. Press a treatment for loneliness. There we go.
Nice.
Port, since we're here. I suppose I could spare a moment for the amenable host. Very good. Oh. Buy a couple more of those. Aye, very good. Straight down for Hybris. Maybe if we find a guest engine to murder on the way, I won't be too sad about it. If I find two, though, I'm running. Those things can be slippery and in groups absolutely deadly. Some crap. Don't really need anything, I'm fairly good at the moment. Although, because I have less mouths to feed, I am travelling a bit lighter and saving some supplies. Still burning a fair bit of fuel, but this is to be expected with a faster engine. Sucks to be you, Mr. Reach Marauder.
Sucks to suck.
I'll just steal his hull, use it to patch mine up. Boats of light floating here. South. And bleed off the rest of my terror at Palmyra plenties as well.
We got a fresh prediction up.
Aha. The predicaments.
Will we find the gate before we must return? New World get, and we got too hurt and ran.
Ah, yes.
That's 5k on New World get.
We're going to make it. Total confidence from inevitable geometry. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you, can you, abscond
out?
from vote? Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Because, I'm sweeten the pot for us not making it home.
Try and recruit some more crew. First of all, behind the tents. Live the magician's repaired equipment, which gives us 100 sovereigns and 500 experience. Amusements indeed. Let's be on our way. Oh, they have some approved literature. Have a mission to accomplish.
Damn it, we can't keep chasing these beautiful deals and exquisite profits. We must go.
So we go to chase even more exquisite deals and more profits.
In strange lands.
And things that I'm sure won't just eat our face.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, fine. You could always go find more of those curators and steal their eggs, because they love it when I do that. But it's so tasty profitable. Sky Madden Explorer. Oh no, just a regional order. Oh, dodged into it. It's a shame I outranged him. Take whatever you have. Ooh, someone's student gossip. It's not bad for gaining some Port Avon goodwill. Lovely. That will be absolutely sellable. Not merely a date with Queen Victoria, why do you think I'm building such extravagances in my house? I can woo her with it as a holiday home, perhaps.
We're playing for keeps, baby.
She's used to finer luxuries, and I shall provide them for her.
It's getting tight quarters in here.
The fungus passage. Guest engines.
Time to be the honorable third party.
Especially since he's so very distracted with that tackety. Oh, whoops. What just happened? I wasn't paying attention to where my mouse was. Oh, damn. The guests were stuffed into the locomotive like the meat in a sausage. Most of its contents have been ground to powder or paste. Only the crew's keepsake, no matter how fragile, have been spread. Did the guests take care of them? You managed to recover a locket and wedding rings, a set of ugly Toby jugs, and a silver picture frame before a shriek interrupts your search. One of your crew capers like a Morris dancer. Her life tether snaps. A lurking guest has found a way into her sky suit. It drinks her warmth as she falls into the sky. Nope.
I hope he's not upset with you. You just saved his ass.
Saved his ass many times. He can be upset with me if he likes, but he won't like what happens afterwards.
Good night, inevitable geometry.
Good night. Have a good one.
We will try to keep our losses within an acceptable parameter.
Should be along here somewhere.
You might want to check up that little crook there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yes. Nope, nope.
Okay.
That's good though. We eliminated this as a possibility. Cantankery? Are you serious? Get out of here. Shoot. Shoot. Okay. Oh, I got a partial success. 13 sovereigns.
What's that question mark there?
So that piece of bronze one there.
No, up by Agata's Way.
This one?
Yeah.
Sure. Don't think it's what I'm looking for though, so I'll go and have a look if I don't find what I want.
Mm-hmm.
It's passages. There it is.
Nice.
Reach Eleutheria Transit Relay. Which is a travel permit. 800. Well. I have nothing to declare. Travel to Eleutheria. Superintendent listens attentively, even takes notes. He has no intention of forgetting the slightest detail when recounting it to his subordinate. When you're done, he's almost too friendly, going so far as to walk you back to your locomotive. Barely aboard when the hour looms start up. The machinery grinds and stirs, the steam vents, the sigils on the edifice burn with sullen fire. A force like a great hand seizes your engine. Now we have somewhere new to visit. An entire new map. And all the terrors the sky has to offer in this new place. Here, countless rogues and outcasts have arrived in Eleutheria, encompassing the dark. Pick a room terminus. Ironically, your most powerful weapon in this dark hole of the sky is your light. Because it attracts the demons, but it also burns some of them. Where London is pocketed with the great buildings and works of humans, and the Reach is enclosed with its walls and caverns of wild growth, here is just the open sky, with the islands vaguely dotting the vast sky. A lot of open space. The British Museum hungers. The Rat Brigade whispers amongst itself, words like Valkyrie and Nightingale. What have we found here? Necklace. And you poor captain, your crew crowd around the windows. What is this accursed place we found? Disembark onto a soggy wooden platform, barely supported by the marsh mud below. It leads past several squalid huts and the hulls of scavenged engines to the warmth of a marketplace on wooden stilts. Nearby, what remains of an ancient monastery just holds on against the ravages of time and the swampy ground below. A woman smoking a cigarette watches from the shadows, unaware of your presence, as a group of grizzled skyfarers attempt to force the monastery's doors. Unlike the crumbling stone, these are made of solid, new metal, and more than up to the task of repelling the attack. However, with every blow against them, the monastery itself seems to shudder. Dust rains from high up, stones creak. It will not take much before something gives. This may not be my problem, but I can make it my fight. Summon a few of your crew with a wave back to the locomotive before you can attack, however. Hojo Toho! Hojo Toho! The war cry echoes through the marsh. Urchins, ring breakers from old London, from the look of them, surge at the attackers, armed with broomsticks with sharp objects taped to the end, colander helmets and cardboard armor. What's that, a new source of free orphans? Glorious day.
They're already prepared to fight, too.
Yeah. In the name of the Valkyrie, they shout, launching their attack. For Sigrid! They swiftly rout the attackers. The woman with the cigarette is long gone, leaving behind nothing but the smell of expensive ash. Pile of pork report. Everything here seems to revolve around tea and spice. Yep. Melange, the kind from Star Wars, something from Star Trek, perhaps. And a special blend made with the monastery that nobody you speak to appears to have tasted. We are not worthy of Midnight's flavor, they tell you through unsmiling faces before offering you a special deal on some other blend or incense that they just happen to have. Tea and spices. Clouds of rich scents hang in the air. Though the market is small, it is bustling with both London and native Eleutherian traders. Each cramped stall and barrow is piled high with the region's finest tea leaves, opiates, salts, and spices. This is Xinthar number 5's delicious favorite place.
Yep, they'd have a ball here.
Browse the tea barrows. Tea belongs in the harbour. Many of the spice merchants have tattoos on their left cheek, denoting what they sell. The Londoners present yet to adopt the tradition. Oh, present. My bad. Endless varieties. Although this port is mostly famed for its homegrown Midnight's flavor, it is quickly becoming a trade hub for every flavor and blend of tea you could possibly wish for. Customers don't brew them, but bite into the leaves and lick samples off their fingers. Inquiries draw little but averted eyes and apologies that they are not worthy of Midnight's flavor. A select few who trade in it consider it far too precious to simply sell. Murgatroyd's Taste of Albion. Although one of the more professional-looking barrows in the market, the Murgatroyd family's special tea blends have gained little traction. Proprietress Amberly Murgatroyd glares at you from behind a slender cigarette holder, twitching at the inconvenience of your presence.
Yes, it does, Maze. We're waiting on Xinthar to close the poll at his discretion.
Yes, we have found a new world.
Yes, dole them out my 20k goob.
Yes. Prediction completed.
Thank you.
Not a problem. I was going to wait until we found a safe harbor, but I think this will do. Although, are you here to buy? Amberly glances around, looking for distractions. If you're not here to buy, I don't know why you're here, unless, perhaps, sounds like an opportunity in the offering. Amberly lights a fresh cigarette. I'm sure you've heard of Midnight's flavor. It's all anyone wants around here. Well, I have plans to deal with that. Were you to assist me when the moment presents itself, well, I would be most grateful, in a most profitable way for both of us. Ah, yes, you said the magic word. Money.
Money. There you go, Mace. Don't spend it all in one place.
What is the family business? Amberly looks at you with disdain. Oh, please, even if I had time for Father Spymaster's games. Exactly how much do you think one overhears on the edge of nowhere? She takes a long pointed drag from his cigarette. Honestly, if you must waste someone's time with such nonsense, go annoy my sister Melusine. I think we stashed her somewhere in the Reach. Her and her ridiculous inventions. Yes, I'm sure she's nothing better to do than listen to you.
That's fair, Mace.
Jesus, you want 90 sovereigns for a tea caddy? Get out of here. Fingers squeezed right around his cigarette holder. That little scrot and her infernal playmates. Amberly shakes her head. I'd blame the parents if she'd had any. No discipline. A few damn good spankings never did me any harm. Today's youth could do with the getting to know the back of end of a slipper. Just look at my sister, Melusine. She seems to be doing fine in the Reach. And you're out in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. Tell me who's winning in this.
I was gonna say, like, what does that mean? Did she not get the slipper then?
Someone didn't, and someone's not in the middle of shithole nowhere.
Ew, are you gonna be a daywalker, Maze?
Ah, you get to see the sun again. That rare and elusive creature. The noise of the market slowly fades as you follow the rickety wooden steps down to the marsh. Bohemians calling themselves midnight connoisseurs have built a wooden pagoda overlooking the monastery to savor the taste of the leaves that grow within. You would even ask, in this place, so close to its presence? The midnight connoisseurs stare at you coldly from behind their teacups. I need more connoisseur fine teas. $320 to buy tea and 5 otherworldly artifacts. Absolute madness. Oh, thank God they sell fuel. About the bazaar. Oh, sacks of verdant seeds. Not really useful to me at the moment. Visit the House of Silks. Curtains part with sickly sweet breath of incense, and velvet wraps the inside of the hut like a fine chocolate box, with silk curtains delicately hanging down to provide translucent privacy for guests. Behind the shadows of wealthy traders lie the embrace of soft, well-plumbed cushions, gently sipping from bronze hookah pipes until their eyes and troubles are somewhere else entirely. Sit down with a hookah pipe. The hooded proprietor keeps to itself at the back of the house. A particularly large hookah pipe delivers smoke into the darkness of its cloak. A gramophone beside it quietly plays a Bach concerto. A serving boy returns, bowing apologetically. Mr. Pipes is relaxing and has no interest in either chitter or chatter. If you have business, you may present it to one of the staff. Otherwise, his master encourages you to avail yourself of the facilities. Bastard, don't suppose you know these are, thank you so kindly. He takes a fist's first real puff from the pipes and coughs. Don't suppose you've seen a captain of mine, have you? About this wide, so wide. Last seen wide, Tom. Last seen heading towards those damn marches on some wild goose chase. Well, if you do, you should know there's a bit of a reward on offer. Silly old bluffer gets lost just walking up and down our train. The serving girl shakes her head. We are not worthy of Midnight's favour. Perhaps, in the distance, her cloakmaster raises an arm, or at least just a sleeve a little. A summons. Excuse me, please. How much for a pipe? I can take 10 pipes. You settle down next to a fellow captain, a tea trader from the Blue Kingdom still smoking through her death mask, and a figure who prefers to keep their identity private. There is little conversation. The incense is strong, and each breath from the hookah only serves to wrap the world in fresh, warm layers of cotton wool and half-remembered dreams. That is opium, sir. Didn't tell me this was an opium den. I thought it was tobacco.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit more dank than what it really is. Oh my.
Your incense dreaming quality is now 721. Visit the Vigilant Nightingale. Old, mostly picked apart locomotive acts as the ring breaker. Urchins kip and base of operations. Two of them guarded sleepily. One of the urchins jabs you with her weapon, a broomstick with a knife at the end. Friend or foe? Friend. Good, good. Enter, friend. Oh, wow.
You can get your ass kicked for free.
Yeah. The broken down engine has been comprehensively gutted to serve as the ring breaker's home. Filthy hammocks stretch between metal bars, most full of snoring urchins. Others sit around decorating tea tray armor with bright paints, or sparring playfully with wooden sticks. The door leads to one of the few rooms that hasn't been gutted. A series of names have been scratched into it and then scratched out. The only one still readable says Sigrid. Enter, barks a high-pitched voice. Sigrid Spitzdottir, Valkyrie of the Ring Breakers, and the closest thing to the port has to law. Despite being the youngest ring breaker to be declared Valkyrie, Sigrid has the glare of a seasoned general and the scars to back it up. She sits sternly behind a mahogany desk, almost as tall as she is, carefully engrossed in a copy of Sun Tzu's The Art of War. It is a show of military diligence, only slightly undercut by it being upside down.
Aw.
Someone's gotta, right? Sigrid's face is a mixture of pride in her job and irritation at being questioned. Don't just be thinking we're a bunch of kids. You hear of the Valkyrie, greatest warrior in old London she was. Yeah, well, in her name we kicked out the old bugger that brought us to the wilderness to clean out his chimneys or whatever, and now we have a home. Can't blame us for wanting to protect it, right? Even if it is a bit damp in bits. Of course, she adds, can't stay here forever. Rule one of the ring breakers. When you're old enough, that's when it's time to go out and find your fortune out there, and find others to fill their place. All welcome, just got to swear by our code, and they're welcome to grab a hammock. At least, as long as they don't fart too much in their sleep. Yes, wise words.
No farty wide toms here.
Never been in myself, Sigrid admits. Them bohemian types in town are said to know a way, but it ain't through the front door, anyway. Without the tea from the place, we'd not have much of a home. Reckon we'll keep defending it. A Valkyrie don't need thanking. Yeah, like them snooty bohemian types had let us get to try the stuff. Sigrid shrugs. No big problem. Nothing wrong with the juice. Not less you drink it after brushing your teeth. Just don't brush them, that's what I say. Probably bad for 'em anyway. Working 'em over like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you're lucky you have backups at the moment, but you may want to reverse that idea. The War of Midnight. Sigrid's face darkens. Shouldn't have had let that Amber Lily Murgatroyd get her boots dry after striding into port. We know it's her trying to destroy the midnight tea, so everyone will buy Daddy's old scrapings instead. But she's tricksy, and with them clay men of hers always around, we can't go accidentally pushing her off into the marsh. But we'll get her, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We'll visit the brig, I guess. A mix of angry, doleful, and drunk eyes stare back at you from the darkness. All the prisoners have been stripped to their underthings. The ring bakers do their best to keep them happy by regularly throwing them boiled sweets. It doesn't appear to be working. I mean, it's not zero. It's probably worth a try.
Just to see what they'll do to us.
Sure. What a surprise, failure. The ring breakers come at you. Yeah, just a little bit of terror, that's fine. Several minutes of being smacked around the legs later, you're forced to yield. How many times can I click the button before I get bored of it? I'll try going up to 20. Alright, I'll let it go now.
We're scared enough of them.
Yes.
We don't need to be terrified.
Examine the prominent statue. The mysterious founder, it can be assumed, if not, someone equally important to the market port. They look somewhat more imp than man, with a flag on their lapel that matches the crest on the nearby wreck of the vigilant nightingale. Peering closely, there is a plaque between the figure's feet. Someone has scratched out all the details, perhaps the subject himself preferring to remain a sense of mystery, or plausible deniability. I only have 2 soul flaws. I need a more flawed soul. Petrified veins run down the side of this ancient structure. 2 giant featureless doors block the crumbling entrance, far too large for any human to open. The metal is unfamiliar, but resilient. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said of the monastery itself. The ages have not been kind. Now, I know there's a guard I have to find in the marshes. Warden warns the older of the two. Nothing out there but plants wanting to eat your face off, and water that drives you potty. But they show no interest in stopping you. The marsh beckons. The light of the port slowly fades. Beyond lies a forested grey swamp, misted over and filled with leafless black trees that claw at the air. Few venture out here except to gather incense from what they call Aklis's garden. There are no maps to it. Many do not return. But your head is clear. The path ahead looks manageable. You have nothing to fear. The swamp slurps at your boots. The mist makes it impossible to gauge any real direction. You might have been turned around 100 times and never know it. Time passes. Black trees loom through the mist, their clawed branches rattling despite the lack of any noticeable wind. Your legs ache. Everything aches. The mud bubbles. The air here is poison. Something looms out of the mist. The lost captain. Nice. I say, I do rather think I've gotten a little off course. I don't suppose you could point me in the direction of Port Avon. You'd best to explain, the poor fellow, that the mention of the year, his ruddy face goes quite pale. You emerge from the marsh, much to the surprise of the rim-breaker urchins, guarding the torchlight's entrance. Still, it will be a while before your head is ready for another trip out there.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah, that could have gone much worse. I believe it was the House of Silks where that man was.
Yeah, he was here.
Oh, well, I've got my reward, I guess. I got 3 crates of carefully packed munitions. Well, I think we've done all we can do here. Although I am full of stuff. I have to sell some of this. Which I'm not overly happy about. Well, I suppose we should keep exploring.
So are we actually going to go back to the last map after we've done a little bit of charting here, or what's our plan?
Well, I'd like to find the hub world here, so if we can find that, I might settle down for a bit of trade up here in the Eleutheria.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a place I can resupply, so if I don't find it soon enough, I think we'll be, like, when our terror gets too bad, we'll just resupply and head back to the Reach.
Yeah, that's probably only to deal with hull problems, eh?
Yeah. Back this way now. I'm gonna try and head for the center of the map and see what's in the middle of it all. The crew have lowered their voices. No one speaks louder than a whisper. Be wary, Captain. Grievers slumber here. Don't know what a griever is, but I don't think I want to find out. It's like a scribe spinster. Ah, trapped on it. A little bit faster.
Whoa. That thing throws real fast.
Yep.
Hurts a little bit too.
Ooh. Did.
It's a good thing there's a prediction up. You guys got 5 minutes. Will we find the hub before we die out here? One is we found a piece of cake, and two, we had to go back to fix our ship.
Yep.
You guys have about 4 minutes, 30 seconds to throw your bets on. I'm gonna step away for a moment and grab something to eat. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
No problem. If we die, we die. Got it.
Hope not. But if you want to throw in on it, you can. I'll close it out when I come back.
Ah, fair enough. I'll throw in on it. Ah, damn it. It's not going to let me, is it? Yeah. Alright, cool. I predict 20,000 says that I die. We'll gain some experience from these scribe spinsters. I found Stainer's Square, though. Somber ruin grows that hiss with secrets. You near Pan, once a cathedral of the heavens. Both break his circle. Clocks are not welcome in Pan. Instead, the musical piping that emits from the adamant idol dictates the time. The devils of the Brazen Brigade interpret it and form the city of the current hour and the activities associated with it. An hour before may be of any duration. The longest one recorded lasted a month, and they occur in no fixed order. A wise captain heeds the hour before setting foot into Pan. It is the hour of trumpets when devils roam the streets. Prisons are forbidden in Pan. Instead, those who aggrieve other citizens too persistently are branded with the calf sign. Then, during the hour of trumpets, the Brazen Brigade hunt. Their quarry is supposedly only those bearing calf sign, but when the devil's blood is up, they don't always discriminate. Well, I tried. They never listen. You gather in the galley, but some faces are missing. A few of your crew have defied your order and gone ashore to indulge in Pan's liberties. Outside, you hear the exultant peal of trumpets and the wild laughter of devils. You never see your wavered crew again. Lost 3 crew to that. Ah, recruit crew. I got 1, and I lost 50 sovereigns. Damn. I need an Eleutherian mystery. Oh! Well, there you go, everybody. I found the hub. Almost immediately, in fact. Ooh. Ooh, look at the fancy things we have here. Lamellard sky plating. Sky steel plating. Ooh, 2,000 each, though. Damn, that's tier 3 equipment. Tier 4 equipment. A Sisyphone. A brass stallion of an engine, forged in the smoky incandescent engine yards of unfathomable Pan. Indeed. Rose and adamant plating. Strong as the gates of hell, impenetrable as the mind of God, an elaborate motif that chains roses provides the perfect finish. Interesting indeed. Fortunately, I lack even the most basic ability to get anything, it seems. And the engine yards. The Media-class destroyer. The most powerful of the engines. Worth 16,500 sovereigns. Forceful, terrible, unbreakable, manufactured only in Pan, is designed to withstand the rigors of Eleutheria's perpetual night. There's also the Agaravane-class Juggernaut, or the Moloch-class liner. Damn, I could have bought that too. It doesn't matter. I can sell some junk here, though. Yes, good. My bank is here too. Okay. Damn. No, doesn't matter. We shall visit the Cyprus King. Pan has no ruler, but it does have a king. The position is not a powerful one, nor secure. The only real authority is to rule on any disagreements that can't be settled at the forum. During the Hour of Thorns, anyone can challenge the king, and if successful, take the crown. In a burgundy grove, shaggy with vines and moss, the current Cyprus King resides, a smiling devil, dark-skinned, lounging languidly amidst the roots. He twirls the thorny crown in his fingers. A number of admirers pay him court, hanging on his diabolical wisdoms. Oh no, the relay station by which you entered the region was broken. How then might you leave? I can't escape. You are informed that the Eagles Empyrean, London's nominal allies in the opening path of the sky, maintains a transit gate that leads back to the Reach. The Imperium lies somewhere in Eleutheria, beyond the Belt of Midnight. I know it lies south from here. In a private audience, the rules in Pan say that a story can only be told to one other person. You reveal your information to the king. In turn, they hint at Eleutheria's boundless secrets. To the reason the sun darkened, the nature of the war that was once fought here, to the ancient duties of the grievers and the departed that now haunt the wilds. I need 5 savage secrets and I can get a searing enigma or a moment of inspiration. Oh, sorry, a moment of inspiration gets me a searing enigma. Well, now that changes things a little bit. Indeed. I must go south. I must find this eagle place. A single street cuts through the groves. It houses an immaculate copy of London architecture. 3 of the revolutionaries governing Calendar Council have been seen here, February, January, and affable December. Come closer to the revolutionaries. The street nestles amidst the ruins and trees of Pan, one end abutting an overgrown grove. Revolutionaries with secateurs wage continual war, rebuffing vines attempting to claim the cobbles. The Georgian houses are well kept and cleaner than they ever were in London, but only one is lit up. It is the focus of the activity here. Outside it, revolutionaries trade, compare wounds, and practice tirades. Their home here offers them solace and restoration before the next battle. The dark-haired youth with a quick, warm smile sees you standing alone. Outcasts are welcome here. He brings you into a huddle of chattering revolutionaries. One is recounting a brief reunion with a loved one, working undercover in London. He passes on her discoveries, a lord sympathetic to the cause, an urchin aligned with the ministry, before enthusing about the evening they spent together. I'll bet they did. Hello, Starmute. Oh, the war under the earth will still rage for another 1,000 years. One day we'll be rid of them all, but, you know, we must do what we must. The xenophilic youth will act as an intermediary with the revolutionaries. We'll trade with him, and so by extension you. It sounds very painful. There is revolution afoot. Always nice to know. Has found some ruins. You can see the sky reflected in those puddles. This is Karnas, a place of vine-clad ruins. Did Pan once stretch this far? Karnas. I don't like that music. Very ominous. The Blind Hermitage. A single candle burns in the cave entrance, not to offer life, but to deepen the darkness beyond. The hermit's puckered skin is a mass of fungal blooms and the purple-leaf flowers of the twilight. They tend to them with silver or obsidian, delicately carving the weeds from their flesh. The hermit sits motionless, meditating under the steady drip of water that feeds to their garden of flesh. Their unblinking eyes pay you no attention as you take the candle deeper into the cave. Roses bloom in the dark, curling up and dying in the presence of the light. Neat! This music makes it sound like the sky is streaming. Oh god, a senior scrivener.
Yeah, he looks very upset.
Yep. I don't want to fight him, thank you. Goodbye. So I found out that the way back to the wilderness is blocked because that relay we used, it dead.
Oh.
So I have to find London's embassy in the Eleutheria, otherwise I stuck here.
Oh shit.
And the only thing I have to go on is south from Pan. But I did find the hub world.
Oh, good. Well, that means I could actually choose that outcome then.
Yes.
Dang, it really was piece of cake. What up, Starmute? Good morning, friend.
The sky is saying death to all who enter here. There's a sound, like a stopwatch. It's off-putting. Well, I made a beeline pretty much straight south, and all I found was death. and the screams of the sky. The Xanthos moon, built at the command of the Khan, stains the sky with yellow. What in the name of hell is that?
It's the moon.
The Empyrean have built a homemade moon to light the corner of the sky. Its steel frame is festooned with lamps.
That's so fucking corny.
You sons of bitches. The Xanthos moon. Dock at the moon's sill. The nearest land to the Xanthos moon is the moon's sill. The path between it and the Empyrean main dock is well travelled by groups of small, privately owned engines. Each convoy resembles a crowd of fireflies drawing to the light of the moon. They travel here to perform the rites of resolution and renewal, and to conduct the mandate of the moon.
We have moon at home.
Moon at home, lanterns on steel gantry.
Just in a crescent shape. It's moon.
Looks like moon, if you squint hard enough.
Or if you're far away enough.
Yeah, really. There's someone in London who's like, that's no moon. I remember when we had proper moon. The Imperium's light only enough lamps to pick their way to the site of the ceremony. Occasionally there is a muffled curse as someone stumbles and falls. The Imperials gather in a large crater, huddled together waiting. It is time for the rite of resolution. Before the engineers can be welcomed back, the engineers have landed. They stand outside the circle of the Imperials, their clothes in tatters, smeared with oil and dirt, but they are safe, and they are sound. All around you, lanterns are lit. A warm glow grows and brightens. The crowd parts, the engineers climb up through it to the center. We could join the rite, or we could stand back and watch. We got some supply, why not? Each engineer's name is held by a loved one, who steps forward holding a wax scroll. Each scroll is soaked in a cup of wine until the ink runs from it and mingles with the liquid. Each engineer drinks the wine. The crowd erupts in delight. The engineer turns eagerly to what you have brought. They have had moon rations for a week. Your fungal crackers, wrinkled apples, and pungent slabs of cheese are like a feast. They are delighted to gift you a memento of their deployment for it. One of the moon's broken, burned-out lanterns. It is said they bring good luck. Oh, thank you. You gave me your garbage.
Well, at least this moon's not made of cheese.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Impatient captains frown at crew putting off boarding to prolong conversations. Exasperated parents hunt for straying children. It'll be a little while.
Got him.
Ah, what's that? Missing children? Come hither.
So, don't know nothing about that. Gotta go.
Mama. No, I didn't say nothing. Shh. Off we go.
Quiet, hunting coat. Quiet.
I forget I have a horn.
That is they really went all out on that moon.
Oh yeah.
It's very large.
It's almost like they don't have a sun or anything. Cost me terror, but I got a savage secret out of it.
And like the inky blackness of the sky just blots it out when you're like
3
20
feet.
meters away from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. The belt of midnight, where lightning comes to die.
A boil of midnight spills into the sky. Yikes.
My light flickers and dies at it. The scent of wax is heavy, like curdled milk. Ah, it's destroying my rations. It's
The
much too
belt of
quick.
midnight.
I still haven't found the damn embassy yet. The Dementine Reach. This is Karnas, a place of vine-clad ruins. Did Pan once stretch this far? Possible. There's a port.
Missed our ball. Will Xinthar find the way out today? Alright, that's a reasonable one.
Yes. Ooh, a diamond. Some creep. No, they appear to be fighting or something. Ow, guys! Damn.
Oh no. That Dowser engine. It gave you plaque.
Oh, that's not good. What about you, broken engine? Can you give me good stuff? Because I need some hull. Good.
Now he has to visit the dentist.
That's not fair, Star Mute. I can find my way out of a wet paper bag, just not a dry one. They're tricky. Wind whistles in the thorny brambles, shrill and lonely. Maybe I've gone too far east. Little mingling. I think I found Langley Hall, which is good. The sprawling house of numberless rooms, founded by Lord Langley, it is a refuge for those willing to brave the dark of Eleutheria. Outside it stands the last lamppost, the furthest flung beacon of London life. Here the vanished Lord Langley founded a home away from home, a London for the exiled, the lost, and the lovelorn. Distance is suspended inside. No one has ever claimed to have charted the entirety of the limitless hall. Welcome, traveller. A man in faded postal uniform greets you at the end of a battered jetty. He carries a shuttered lamp in one hand. Its light the deep amber hue of the last lamppost. Hello, hello, a new guest. This way, please. Let's get you somewhere warm. He produces a set of keys and strides towards the oak-paneled front door of the house. He knocks thrice, then unlocks the door. This way, the sound of laughter spills out. Inside, an endless house party is in full swing. Guests who enter Langley Hall rarely leave. Langley Hall is a labyrinth of well-intentioned jollity. Parties snake from the front door to the back kitchen by way of 1,000 bedrooms, bathrooms, billiards rooms, and ballrooms. The wine flows like water, and the hour is always hazily too late. Those that come here rarely leave, and those that do rarely do so for long. They have made a home of Langley Hall, or at least, Langley Hall has made for them a home. I believe Sir will remain fine. He leads you to a little side room, where a buffet replete with dips and breadsticks has been laid out. He produces a huge leather volume from under the table and moves a hummus so that it can set it down. The spine indicates that this is volume 3. The post officer nods, blots the ink, and closes the book. Very good, sir. You are welcome here for as long as you care to stay. He shakes your hand. One thing, just a note of caution. If you do go exploring, we don't know how far the hall extends. I doubt even Langley does. The post officer looks deeply uncomfortable. Not sure I ought to say his lordship's business. This is his party, see? We found the house and wanted guests to invited those of us who, for one reason or another, weren't suited for what London become. New London made him sick to his stomach, he said. The post officer runs his hand through his hair. I won't betray his hospitality, but I'll tell you what I know if you agree that if you do find him, you'll respect his wishes. That's what this place is about, respecting each other. The postal officer bites his lower lip. If the topic of choice here, where's Langley? Have you seen Langley? He sighs. Anyone who says they know what the answer is lying. But if you want a place to start looking, when he was with us, he favoured a particular chair in the lounge. An old friend of his is still in the yellow drawing room, and he was on good terms with the cook. Considers you for a moment. What if he doesn't want to be found? What if wherever he is, he doesn't want to come back? The byways of Langley Hall. Some floors are littered with rooms like the inside of a beehive, others contain but a single bedroom. Doors rarely connect one or more rooms at a time, Lord Langley having apparently preferred his guests get some exercise when moving from their bedrooms to the library in search of a nightcap. Langley Hall stretches on for a lifetime. To find anything in the labyrinth, you'll need to go exploring. Going from floor to floor, or even room to room, is often confronted with a staircase. These can vary between 3 and 300 stairs. There's no guarantee that on descending one, you won't immediately be confronted with one going up. Well, I don't think there's much I can do here until I come back. Unless I want to waste a moment of inspiration, but that sounds expensive. Post offer escorts you to the dock. Not good to go out in the dark alone, sir. He shadows you all the way to your engine. He waits on the platform as you make ready for departure. Even as dark rolls in to swallow your engine, the amber light from his lantern lingers. Guessing they don't have any... Oh, they do have some stuff. Ah, rolls of thirsty bombazine. How much are they selling it for? 150? I do like deals. Well, I suppose I must be on my way, though. Oh, I can level up as well. My veils are at 45. Let's see, a coterie. Along with some dear friends and acquaintances, you have formed a tightly bound clique of free spirits. You unlock this by having affiliation Bohemia 2 or more. Pestilence. Since arriving in the heavens through the avid horizon, you have contracted an unlikely illness. You are turning imperceptibly slowly into glass. You have foreseen your own death, and it did not please you. Yes. I think we'll get... Actually, is there anything that gets me mirrors? Yes, I think we'll do this one. Because I still need to get my mirrors up a little bit. 5 mirrors, 3 iron. You are all captivated by the unlikely, the unwise, the unnecessary. Why did they do it, people ask of your latest antics. The answer is simple. Because you could. God, that ticking noise is driving me mental. Good morning, Rimwood Herald. This sky has sprinkled with ruins to plunder. I still have not found it. This is east, not south. Oh. I don't know if you can all hear it, but there is a sound like a stopwatch, and it's just constant. It's just tick 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 tick. It's driving me mad. Well, either I'm going crazy or it's so quiet that unless you have headphones on, you wouldn't be able to hear it. Hello, Night Owl. Alas, I don't think I found what I wanted.
That was a long haul around the side too.
Yep.
Solid grass that you've cut. Very moony.
The waste of words. You can fuck off, Scribesminster. I'm busy.
This looks like it used to be a giant cathedral. Alright, I'm gonna put up a new poll. It should be... It's gonna have 3 choices.
Oh, a 3-choice poll.
Yeah. Bold today, are we? The name is We Found the Hub. Will we find our way home? 1's we find what we seek. 2, we get we're stuck out here. And 3, we get ourselves killed. Oh, I better get this pole up. There's danger afoot.
Oh, get away from me. Ah.
Alright, you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to throw the money in.
I found a black hole and a particularly angry piece of geometry.
Donuts and e-drink.
Donuts and energy drink. I hope you like indigestion, because that's what that sounds like to me.
Is it actually a black hole?
Well, it's sort of what they are. They're wells.
Oh no, Elspeth. She planeswalked here, and this is where she died.
Ah! Oh god, there's 2 of them.
Yeah!
Get fucked.
You fucking get down, Mr. President, for you. Oh, that ram, though. Shit.
If you could kindly do me the pleasure of dying in a hole, that'd be great.
That health.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, I died! Oh, that's it. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to end it. What do you think?
It's gonna have to be. I had to close that fucking pool pretty fast.
Oh, dear, dear.
Oh, man.
Hey, I didn't do it dumb. That guy just popped up out of nowhere. I was trying to get back to the hub world.
Yeah. It also won't let you change, I'm pretty sure.
No, unfortunately. But the thing is, though, Hidden Boss, those star-maddened explorers, the first things they do is they charge you again. You can only kill them. They would have been right on me the whole time.
Yeah, to catch two of them at the same time, that was almost like a death knell with half a train.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Alright, well, thank you all so much for coming out and joining us for some more Sunless Skies. Sorry about some stream bullcrap there at the beginning where my bitrate was limited horribly for no reason that I can find, but, you know, these things happen. And until... Sorry?
Mole men eating your bitrate.
That's basically what happened, yes. Alright. Thank you all again. Until next time, see ya.
Take care, everybody. Stay well. Be excellent to each other.
Indeed.